Throwing on first down is Manning. They go screenplay with Jennings. 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Giants first. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Forms in front, lofted it to the runner, and now, not only does he have open space in front of him.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Again, it's Manning. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Julius Peppers, some would call him the grand old man. He'd hate that. He'd just want to be a seasoned veteran who continues to make plays at a Pro Bowl level.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. The play clock's running down. Throwing is Manning on third down. He finds Beckham complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So Manning to Beckham, and this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
See if they stay on the ground. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Now it's Jennings. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened. But last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he is down deep into Giant territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. Red zone opportunity. They come out here in the eye. Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. 4 yards remaining now on second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers to throw on second down. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 3. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacy. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, this season's going nowhere. No reason not to go for it. And it's a rare success for them as they keep the drive alive.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to pound it in with Lacy. Lacy hit. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now Manning. Cruz has it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down. They run again with Jennings. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league,
blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field, and last drive 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jake Ryan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Beckham will go in motion right. This is Jennings. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And the hard count got the defense there. Encroachment and the 5-yard penalty.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Jennings. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Brief break in the action here. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They come out here in the eye. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing is is Manning on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The Giants will look to Josh Brown for the field goal try. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The return comes from Orleans Darkwa. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Manning now on 1st down. Drops it off in the flat to Jennings. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And the offense facing a 3rd and 6. Again, it's Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Greg Hardy coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He's going to let it go again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Tavon Young. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Manning now on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Manning going to throw. And complete to Lewis over the middle. Give him 6 on the play. And they're going to face a third down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Manning over the middle to Beckham. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Harris has it over the middle. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Room here to run. And now the rookie's free. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And he knocks it through. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And New York set to take the field. So after the INT, it's Manning. They go screenplay with Jennings. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Jennings. And he's got room. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on first down is Manning. Now they go screen. It's complete. Stays on his feet. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And they're going to speed things up here.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
To the air on second down. It's Manning. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A good pickup there of 22. Simple slant route, and partner, really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Now Manning. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Daniels in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Manning throwing on second down. Finding time. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility. Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Another pistol look here. On first down, Manning. And he fires one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And on 2nd and 10 now. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first round. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And quickly, they get to the line. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders, is exactly what happened on that play.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end, and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Manning will try again on second down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Jennings. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Manning, gotta have this one. And it is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Rodgers now to throw. And Davis with it left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers continue to roll. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out till you run.
Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right, good. We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacy, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are pouring it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Penalty marker is down here. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Manning now on first down. Underneath for Jennings. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup. And the Giants are going to get a first down. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and completions and touchdowns. Just another connection.
No doubt about it. That's the Eli Manning we know. Pushing the ball downfield and with proficiency.
On first down, Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll try to run now with Jennings. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. So Olivier Vernon, nice tackle for loss. He had 18 of those last year for Miami.
And he really emerged in a game against Tennessee last year. Absolutely unstoppable. Almost couldn't be blocked.
Get reset. 319. 630. Watch the ship.
Off the play fake to Lacy. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers continue to roll. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, Every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Ten yards still left on second down. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Throwing is Manning on third down. And incomplete here on third down. Will Tye, the intended receiver. And it'll be fourth down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Manning, gotta have this one. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Green Bay first down. Play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal, and I remember watching him play it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
A good pickup there at 22. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. From midfield, here's Manning. They go screen play with Jennings. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defense.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Manning throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Throwing now is Manning. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It looked like they had some.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, They have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. J.T. Thomas in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Tim Mastay now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they'll be set up in great starting field position here as that's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And New York set to take the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Here's Manning to throw. He's going to let it fly. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And I got to tell you, I've never coached, but if I'm a coach here, what do you say to your team after a loss this deflating?
After a loss like that, the less the better. Just get in the locker room, tell them that you care about them, and you'll see them at work come Monday. But boy, oh boy, you've got to find a way to let this one go fast.
So for Green Bay, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.